Hello friends, I recently got to take a summer family vacation to Chatham on Cape Cod, Nantucket, and Boston, and in this video I'm going to share that experience with you. Welcome to the Dress Up Mom! Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you are a regular viewer and subscriber, I absolutely adore you. Thank you so much. If you are new to the channel and you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. It's just the button here. I'm trying to grow the channel and it would mean the world to me. Also, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. I'm on all the social media outlets, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Dress Up Mom, hashtag The Dress Up Mom, and you can check us out there too. As I said, I recently got to take a summer family vacation. It was myself, my husband Doug, our son Dane, and our daughter Tiana. And we went back to New England, where Doug is originally from. We went to Chatham, which is on the Cape. We also spent a day in Nantucket, where I got to do some thrifting and resale shopping. And we had another lovely time in Boston at the end of our trip. So without further ado, I'm just going to take you along and show you the highlights of our vacation. We started our trip in Cape Cod on Chatham, and we stayed at the Chatham Bars Inn, which was really an absolutely lovely resort. It was so picturesque. The views, the scenery, the property, it was kind of massive and had everything that you could imagine and just had that Cape Cod feel, exactly what I pictured it to look like. The lobby was nice and older and Cape Cod-y, and then the grounds were absolutely beautiful. The greenery, the gardens, it was just amazingly beautiful and picturesque and calm and peaceful, and we had a really lovely time here. The property had its own private beach and pool area, so while we were waiting for our room to be ready, we headed down there to kind of check out that scenery on this gorgeous, gorgeous day.
Having a ball. We're having a good time. Having a ball. Yes.
When our room was ready, we headed over to Bayberry Bluff and got to check out our cottage, which again was just beautiful and had this lush greenery all around it. And we had a view of the ocean, which was absolutely lovely. We rested a bit, took showers, and then it was time to go and have dinner. The food at Chatham Bars Inn really was outstanding. They have a farm on the property, so the vegetables and fruit was so fresh, and the seafood was right from the ocean there, particularly the shellfish and the lobster. It was absolutely delicious. We ate and drank quite a bit during our stay. The next morning, we treated ourselves to a spa day, which was really lovely. Now, the spa was also beautiful and right on the premises. You can see here how lush and green and just lovely, tranquil, serene it was. The week before we got to Chatham, they had an actual tornado hit, which I guess never happens. And the spa was actually closed because they had some water damage during that. We were lucky that they were able to still give us some treatments in a room that they had put aside for us. So we did get to get some massages and facials and have a lovely, relaxing time. Then it was time to head down to the beach and have a beach day, which I was super excited about. Going to the beach is one of my favorite things. I live in San Diego and spend a ton of time at the beach. So it was really fun for me to see a beach on the Atlantic coast, which was quite different. We had saved these chairs and umbrella early in the morning and got to use them the entire day. I am very much enjoying my day here at the beach in Cape Cod. It's a lot different than San Diego, but it's been really gorgeous, and I will show you my view here in just a sec. Here is my view. I even got in there and did a little bit of swimming, my wetsuit on and these boats, and it's really just a beautiful, beautiful day. Here's another view of the property from the beach. There was a pool that was a little bit crowded. It was pretty high season. They were also doing a clam bake out here. And again, you can just see how enormous this property is and all of the land and farming and everything else that there was here. You really felt like you were somewhere special. That night at sunset, we went up and got to sit on the chairs and just relax and take in all the beautiful views. The next morning we got up early and drove to Hyannis and took the high-speed ferry to Nantucket. None of us had been there before, and this was the day that I was going to get to do some resale and vintage shopping. Do in Nantucket.
Whatever Mom wants to do.
Yay! The trip took about an hour, and we had a really nice day for it. Now I'll give you a little backstory here. My friends at Artemis Design Co., which are the folks that make those incredible flying carpet shoes and bags, they make them out of vintage Turkish rugs and all sorts of straw and great things. When I told them that I was going to Nantucket, they gave me a list of places to go and things to do, and we followed that list to the T. I'm so grateful to them because they steered us in the right direction and gave us a great roadmap for the day. I'm not the biggest fan of boats, but this one wasn't too bad, and we were horsing around a little bit. Our first stop was the hospital thrift shop, which opened at 10 o'clock, and all the proceeds go to the hospital. I had very, very high hopes for this place and had been waiting for a while to go here. Okay, so what are you guys' predictions here? Do you think this will be something really good or no?
Yes, come on.
You think so?
Of course.
Comfy, are you going on record as it being a good thrift shop?
I think so, yeah.
I would imagine so because there's already people waiting.
I know, and it's not even open. Finally here. I've been waiting for this for 6 months. Hope it's good. It was quite big and stocked with all sorts of product and departments, and I will tell you, it did not disappoint. We found a little bit of everything here, and the prices were very, very reasonable. I scored some great finds.
This has a tag for $2.50 and it's brand new, and I'm buying it for $18 and it fits perfectly. Lands in cashmere and I'm buying it for $22 and it's in good shape.
I'm going to do a whole nother video just on shopping in Nantucket, but this front room, they called it the gift store, was amazing. This is where they kept their unbelievable buys. Look at this cashmere Loripano. That thing is probably worth $10,000. It's vintage and beautiful. They had designer bags, a Rolex, incredible jewelry, all sorts of high-end things that were in this gift shop room that was almost like going to some sort of a museum. I really enjoyed myself and could have spent many hours here. It definitely ranks as one of the top thrift shops I've ever been in, and I've been in quite a few. By this time we were getting pretty hungry, so we made our way to the restaurant that had been recommended called Crew. We were lucky because we got there right before the lunch rush and got a really great table.
We're on Nantucket, the Crew, which was recommended by one of Rajka's friends. So far, it looks like it's fantastic. I'm anticipating the full-bellied clams, which you cannot get on the West Coast. One of the reasons we came here, I'm very excited.
And look at this view that we have from the restaurant. Amazing! After eating, we made our way to the Skinny Dip, which is a shop that actually carries Artemis Design products. Now, I have only shopped these products online, so it was so much fun for me to actually get to see all of this wonderful stuff in person. I definitely found a few things to add to my wish list, like look at this amazing bag. The next stop was Current Vintage, which carried vintage clothes, accessories, and wine. Now that is my idea of a great combination. This shop was so well curated. There were treasures everywhere you looked. They were from all around the world. They were in pristine condition. I cannot tell you how much fun I had here. I tried on so many different things, spent a ton of time here. Again, you'll see if you watch my video coming up of everything that I tried on, what we ended up getting, but this was a fantastic place. I would so highly recommend coming in here if you are ever on Nantucket. I don't think you'll be disappointed. We ended the day at the juice bar with smoothies and delicious ice cream, and then headed back onto the boat and made our way back to Chatham. The next day we headed to Boston and stayed at the Fairmont Copley Plaza, which was really also a beautiful hotel. Boston is such a nice city, and it was a lot of fun to get to spend some time here again. By now we were in the mood for some different food, and pizza sounded great. So we heard that Regina's, one of the original pizza places down in the North End, was a place to go. So that's where we headed.
Pizza time!
Hey, pizza, pizza, pizza.
and beer.
Pizza and beer.
It was quite delicious and really hit the spot. Dessert time, we heard Mike's Pastry was the place to go for cannoli, and it certainly was so good. Well, it was time to walk off some of that feasting, and so we headed to the Boston Public Garden. It was a gorgeous day, not too warm. It was sort of in the latter part of the afternoon, and people were strolling around, and it was a lovely time. On the way back to the hotel, we went down Newbury Street, which I remember as being a nicer part of town with some really great shops and restaurants, street vendors. And to my surprise, I found a thrift shop called Thrift, which was really great. Just stumbled onto it. It had some really wonderful finds in here. Fun, a little bit more casual, funky pieces, really reasonably priced, and the owners were really nice.
Aren't you excited that we found another vintage
Another
shop?
resale they found in Boston. Rajka is just like drawn to it.
I know, not even planned. Fit perfectly.
There you go. There you go.
With all the eating we were doing, the next morning Tiana and I got up and did an Orange Theory fitness class. We do these at home and have a membership, and it was really good to kind of get our bodies moving a little bit. Then we all headed out to the Hayden Planetarium. Of course, we love that. It has our last name. And this was also a really fun place to just end our trip, get an idea of just how big and incredible this universe is. And it was really a nice thing to sort of end our last day.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. I created the universe in 7 days. Hey, we're on our vacation. Last day. We've had a great time. We're at the Hayden Planetarium.
Back to the hotel for one final meal before it was time to get ready for the flight home.
Ladies and gentlemen, the dress-up mom and her daughter Tiana coming down at the Fairmont in Boston. Yay!
I hope you can see that I just had a wonderful time. I really cherish this time that we get to spend with our adult children. They give up a week of their lives. They have very busy, full lives. They give that up and they spend it with us, and it just sort of sustains me throughout the year until we can get up and do it again. So we'll see where we go next year. I would love to know about your family vacation stories. Also, if you've been to any of these places, would love to know in the comments below your tips and hints for people. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, have fun and dress it up a little.